afternoon, folks. Sorry about that. That, of course, is Eric Clapton doing Tulsa Time, written by Don Williams. That particular cut is off of Just One Night. But it's not night. It's Stout Sunday. How is everyone? Thank you for showing up. You know you're my people, and I love you. I always want you to be the big three, my friends. I want you healthy. I want you happy. I want you safe. You know what I want from me? Take just 1 second. 1 second. And click that thumbs up, or click the thumbs down, or take 5 seconds, leave me a comment. Love that. I'd appreciate it. It helps me grow the channel. Thanks for coming by and spending some of your precious time, the one real commodity you have, with me. And, of course, the dogs, so technically with us. We are looking at one from Breakside Brewery out of Portland, Oregon. This is their salted caramel stout, lovingly brewed with salt and caramel. Well, that kind of makes sense if it's a salted caramel stout. A collaboration with Salt and Straw. Smooth, rich, good to the last spoonful. And they're a lot tougher than I am, because I don't think I would eat ice cream out of a broken inverted beer bottle. But you know how kids are these days. The next thing you know, they'll be stuffing phone booths or sitting on flagpoles. Never mind, you're not going to get that. You might, in which case, well, at least you're as old as I am. Seek and enjoy, which is their motto, and I really like that. I think I have that inside, to tell you the truth. It's up on the wall. Can't put them all out here. I like Breakside, good brewery, but brewed and bottled at Breakside, International Way, Portland, but I forgot where I was going to go. So let's quit screwing around. We'll do the crack. We're going to do the pour. People will tell you that you don't have to do that. What you want to do is you really want to get all the gas out of your beer, and if you've been here before, you know that I rarely do. That is a really, really nice head. That's a coffee, sugar, 2 creams kind of head right there. A nice body. I can kind of see through that body right now, so she's not going to be inky black, as the old ones would say. Here we go on low. Barely cutting it, so let's crank her up. Here she is on high. Nice rich cherry into mahogany. That's medium, just in case somebody said, what about medium? Well, there's medium. Yeah, nice rich cherry into mahogany. Very nice beer. Or at least so far. I don't know, I haven't had it yet. We're starting to get some separation in the head, which is fine. It's really, really nice variety of bubblage, effervescence, as Ed would say. Here's the top. Nice, smooth. It's not cottage cheese, but it's not quite meringue. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is, which is nice and smooth and pretty. So, you know how it goes. All right, it's Biden time. Let's get that sniffer in there and see what's going on. I smoke coffee. I know you have to roast the malts, man, but man, keep an eye on the damn things, please. But dude, some people like coffee and beer. There's a lot of people out there that like a lot of really, really weird stuff, and I ain't them. Now, if coffee in your beer is your thing, more power to you. Not what I want to see in mine, though. Let's get a temperature, and then we'll slipper the tongue. I mean, we are kind of honor bound, right? 55, 56, about where I want a beer this color, at least to start. But 44 to 48 is an old wives' tale. It does apply to some, and it actually works better for others, but we're not there. This is what we got. That head has gotten really, really lumpy. This is pretty much what proofed yeast looks like now. So, once more, we will give it the Uncle Creepy Bidenometer test. So the coffee on the nose here is not overpowering like a straight up coffee, but it's there. So it's probably really all I'm getting is coffee, but it's a light coffee nose. So let's say the coffee nose is like about 6 out of 10, like a 60% coffee nose. Let's slip it a tongue now. She might lace for us. Let's find out. So, really nice mouthfeel. Soft palate, intradentals, leakage out into the buccals and the extradentals. Just the very, very tip of the tongue is involved, and she's coffee based. It happens. What are you going to do? Such is life. So, I'm not getting the salted caramel on here. I'm just not. So, right now this is a coffee beer, but we're going to let it warm up. And it's 85 in Phoenix today, so it's not even really stout weather, but it'll work in our favor as it'll allow the beer to warm, open up, and show us something. In the meantime, let's take a look and see what their webpage has to say. Salted Caramel Stout, a collaboration with Salt and Straw Ice Cream. And you could have put some vanilla in here. This has been one of our most popular beers over the past few years. The base beer is a full-bodied stout, and we add both sea salt and a specially made caramel to the wort before fermentation. The finished beer is rich and balanced with a luscious caramel flavor in the aroma and mid-palate. I've eaten a lot of caramels, man. Little tiny cubes. Used to be like 2 cents a piece. Used to eat those all the time. I love those. Then again, I like keep the fillings in my mouth and I'm old, so I don't eat a lot of sugar anymore. The finished beer is rich and balanced with a luscious caramel flavor in the aroma and mid-palate, and a hint of salt in the finish, and a smooth, rich roast character. Okay. First batched in 2017. The availability usually runs from November to March. The IBUs are 33. The ABV is 67. At least they're nice enough to give us some noise here. So the hops are Columbus. The malt is 2-row roast barley, black malt, Munich, Crystal, and Cara Bohemian. Cara Bohemian. Okay. Nope, never ran across Cara Bohemian before. So the people on Untapped gave this a 3.78, and one gentleman, Mr. Alan Souls, is drinking a salted caramel stout by Breakside Brewery at Stickman Brewing Company, wherever the hell that is. Had the opportunity to taste this side by side with Cascade Lake salted caramel. Balance, folks. Balance makes this beer exceptional. Okay, well, I'm missing something then, because I don't find this to be an exceptional beer. I don't know why you would think caramel tastes like coffee. And I'm a salt monster. I will literally eat the salt out of the bottom of a bag of pretzels. I got it from my mother's side of the family. We're salt people. Who am I going to tell you? I'm not getting that either. Just throwing it out there. Let's take a look, see where we're at. Started at 55, so we want to go to 61. But sadly, my friends, we are at 58. So we're going to wait another minute or two. I will save you the torture of listening to me flap my gums. I'll pause and be right back. YouTube's going to have heart failure, but screw them. I'm actually playing this off of YouTube, too. I always find it ironically hysterical. They can copyright strike whatever the hell they want. I don't give a shit. 61 is where we're at. So, let's see if we've got anything new going on. She hasn't laced for us. Okay, that was odd. I thought I heard the echo down the block, which makes no sense because the speaker's right next to me. Get that sniffer in there, see what's going on. Well, the coffee nose is backed off. All right, that's a promising sign. Let's slip it a tongue, my friends. Skål. All right. The coffee has backed off. It's down to about, she was about 6. She's down to about 2. She's sweetened up. And now I'm starting to get some salt. Okay. You see, this is why I let them warm up, man. Not every beer is meant to be drank cold. Okay? Some need to open up to really show you what they have. I went over this with Ed on one of the other videos. Ooh, scusi. It was that Catalyst a Tempe chamber. A really nice blood orange wit. It wasn't bloody, and as far as Belgians go, it's a little light, but a good beer. That was a good cold beer. This definitely needs to warm up. So, 61, let's push her up to 67, 68, see what we get. Yes, I know, it's a sin against God to drink 70-degree beer usually, but sometimes you have to. This could be really promising for sitting around the fire pit at night. Be right back. What? More slide guitar? Amazing. Seen him a bunch of times. Great guitar player. That's Clapton and Jeff Beck doing Moon River. Okay, man, Jeff Beck is dead. So many guys from my childhood are no longer with us. Just makes me feel old sometimes. On the other hand, I did get to see some of the greatest guitarists that ever picked up an axe. We are at, well, now you're telling me it's 68. I had 71.7 before. 67.1 before. If I can remember numbers, it might be an interesting concept. Anyway, let's see what we got now. We're going to top this out here because we still have to go to the short, in which case it'll be even warmer. That nose in there, my friends. The coffee nose is still there, but it's really, really super light now. I don't drink coffee, and I know a lot of people drink like non-coffee, like caramel mocha lattes or whatever the hell they're called. Kind of what this smells like, I would think. Let's find out what it tastes like. Skål. All right, so now, earlier she was probably medium into medium fast when she was cold. She went into fast, but now lightning fast. Still dirty. It takes a long time for the flavor to process now. It came in vacant. It went into the caramel. It's gone into the coffee. It's lingering on the coffee on the back end, but it's not like getting smacked in the face with the pot. Super thin, super fast, and nothing more than just the top of the soft palate now. It's all that really lights up with this. Okay, so brass tacks time. Would I buy this again? No. Drink this again? Yeah. Try it on tap? Give me a short, please, bartender. Handed this to me out of the cooler? Would kind of ask you what else you have. This is not really my beer. There's no gas left in that beer, and yet there's gas left in me. Yeah, I am full of hot air. You're right. Is it good for the style? I don't favor over-roasted stouts. That's just not my thing. I prefer, much like the guy was saying, it's all about balance. I prefer a nicely tempered stout before you over-roast the malts and you wind up in the coffee zone. I'm not the brewmeister. I mean, yeah. So I'm just going to make the assumption here that they were going for that super roasty, malty coffee note. She did get interesting up in the 60s, in the mid-50s to mid-60s. She presented really, really nicely. In the high 60s, she's dropped off, and in the low 60s, she tasted like a coffee beer. We never got the coffee. We never got the caramel, and we never got the sea salt. So the sweet spot for this is like 55, 60, 62, somewhere in there. Sweet spot for this beer. That being said, she's good for the style. Again, if that's what they're going for, and I don't know because they don't tell me, not once did they mention the word coffee in their description. 4. If you like the coffee-based beers and this sounds interesting, then bump it up another half a point. It just did not blow what's left of my hair back, which is on my back anyway. So 4. Pity. I had high hopes for this. I thought this was going to be a really good beer. I like Breakside. They're a great brewery, but swing and a miss. Thanks for coming by. Putting some eyeballs on, my people. Know I love you. Big 3. Happy, healthy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, great man, house swivel, hot and handy comes. Say it with me. With its own laundry list of responsibilities that you are responsible for being responsible for, because no one wants to be irresponsible. That would be the end of it. I don't have anything else to add to that. Again, do me a favor, like, share, remind, thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment, buy me a beer link, should be active down below. If it's not, it will be eventually. Just saying, eventually I'll get it set up. I'm not exactly a Luddite, but not exactly literate in Digilingo or whatever the hell it's called, so for what it's worth. All right, fuckers. Love you much. I will catch you on the next one. Till then, skål. That should be enough for the short. Coffee taste has come back, and it's gotten way too manky. Don't drink this beer warm.